Good morning. My name is Adrianne Freeman. I am a senior staff attorney in the Athens and Gainesville regional offices of the Georgia Legal Services Program. This morning, we are starting with a look at how Georgia Legal Services has handled public benefits cases in the past and where we hope to go in the future. I'm going to discuss 3 public benefits programs that Georgia Legal Services handles. The first program is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP or food stamps. This is likely a public benefit program that many people are familiar with. SNAP provides cash assistance to people to purchase food. The most recent statistics from 2019 show that 1.4 million Georgians receive food stamps, which was about 13% of the state population. Unfortunately, this number has likely grown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Almost 3/4 of Georgians that receive food stamps are families with children. Almost 1/3 of SNAP recipients are either elderly or disabled. The food stamps that these individuals and families receive each month bridge the gap in their income and expenses, allowing them to purchase food each month. The amount of food stamps that someone receives is determined by a formula that considers their income, household size, and certain expenses. The average monthly benefit in 2019 was approximately $132, which averages out to just $1.32 per meal. As part of our efforts to provide a pathway out of poverty for Georgians, we work to ensure that our clients receive the benefits for which they are eligible. Here's an example of how we have advocated for Georgians in the past. When the Department of Family and Children's Services offered a standard deduction for elderly and disabled recipients for their medical expenses, that would result in increased monthly benefits, Georgia Legal Services worked closely with community partners to get the word out, and we created a form for food stamp recipients to submit that would document their medical expenses for caseworkers. We continue to represent clients in administrative hearings to challenge incorrect terminations or reductions in benefits, and we also assist disabled clients in asking for reasonable accommodations from the Department of Family and Children's Services under the Americans with Disabilities Act. For example, recipients may request assistance in verifying their expenses and their income if they are homebound due to their disability. Another benefit available for Georgians is called Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, which is more commonly referred to as welfare. The TANF program provides cash to recipients, which they can use to purchase items not otherwise covered by food stamps, expenses such as rent, diapers, medication, and childcare. TANF is available to low-income families with children under age 18. The income limits for this program are quite low. As a result, not many Georgians participate in this program. In 2020, only about 16,000 people in Georgia received TANF, which is only 5% of the population in our state that lives in poverty. As part of receiving TANF, adult recipients must engage in a work activity unless they meet a very limited set of exceptions. If someone is receiving TANF, they should also have access to other cash benefits to secure transportation, childcare, or things they may need for work like uniforms or tools. This benefit can be invaluable for Georgians living in poverty to cover their expenses and transition to work. Georgia Legal Services has a history of assisting clients in accessing this cash assistance, especially domestic violence victims who may have no income or work history after years of abuse. TANF can provide a way for them to re-enter the workforce. Finally, Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, is a federal income supplement for aged, blind, and disabled individuals that provides cash assistance. Individuals are eligible for SSI include disabled children and adults that are disabled but have not worked long enough to receive regular Social Security disability. According to the most recent statistics, the Social Security Administration reported that 259,199 Georgians receive SSI. In order to receive SSI, individuals must be both disabled and meet strict financial eligibility rules. These rules are quite complex, even for attorneys, and many recipients find themselves running afoul of the rules, creating overpayments and risking not only their loss of income, but also Medicaid insurance benefits. Unfortunately for SSI recipients, it is difficult to hire private attorneys to take these cases because there is no back pay award that can be used to cover attorney's fees. Georgia Legal Services program in the past has worked hard to represent children facing termination of their SSI benefits and worked to assist clients who have received an overpayment, oftentimes in error. By assisting clients with these safety net programs in the past, we have helped clients avoid disruptions in income and obtain benefits that they need to survive. Now that GLSP is 50 years old, we are looking to how we can advance our advocacy on behalf of clients in public benefits cases. Hey, Nicole, thanks for meeting up with me today. I had heard that you were having some similar experiences in your office dealing with clients with public benefits issues, and I'm really glad we got a chance to chat about it. We've been seeing so many clients with issues stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic. So clients who get SSI that also got unemployment, or they might have gotten a PPP loan, or rental assistance, and now they're having issues with their public benefits. And in talking to other people in the program, I heard you had some great ideas. Have you guys been seeing the same kind of thing?
We really have. One thing that our office in particular has been seeing is clients facing food insecurity. So they've had to leave their jobs and are unemployed because their children were attending school virtually, and there was no child care for them, or individuals were unable to secure that child care for them. And these children were normally getting free breakfast or free lunch at school. So now they're applying for SNAP benefits, and we've been seeing issues with the agencies being closed, them contacting the agencies but no one getting back to them, or their cases being closed because they go to call their worker back and their worker has called from a restricted number, so they don't know where to call from.
And throughout Georgia Legal Services history, that's been a common problem, trying to get in touch with people at various agencies, whether it's Social Security or if it's the Department of Family and Children's Services. We've also seen issues with people who might have heir property that they didn't know about, and when it's discovered, they lose their SSI benefits. And that can also generate a large overpayment. So not only are they not getting their monthly check, but they also owe the government, $25,000 that they don't have. So we just see so many clients who are at risk of losing that income.
Yeah. Well, many clients that we see are also having issues with their unemployment benefits, finding doctors or mental health care providers that will see them and do evaluations for them so that then they could qualify for those Social Security benefits.
Now, if I remember correctly, you used to work for a different legal services agency?
I did, yes, in upstate New York.
And how did y'all handle these kinds of cases?
So one thing that our program had that was really helpful was we had an integrated social worker. And I think that our program here could benefit from that as well. Social workers are different from lawyers, although, we work in the same field sometimes, but they're trained specifically on how to talk to people who have mental health issues or substance abuse issues, so they can really help the attorneys and guide us in how to talk to clients so that we don't trigger them and communicate with them. The one social worker that we had in our office, she served 2 counties, and she knew all of the resources that were available in those counties for clients, whether they be getting travel vouchers so that they could go to visitations and see their children, or whether it was working with missions or food banks or clothing banks. I think that would be a huge help to our program here if we had an integrated social worker in every office. That really could provide that resource to our clients.
Yeah, I do spend a lot of time, trying to refer clients to food banks myself, or to try to connect them with rental assistance agencies, which isn't really legal work, but since they're my client, I'm trying to get them resources. I end up spending time doing that instead of focusing on their legal case.
Right. Yeah, so the social worker saves us time so that we can focus on prepping for hearings and, prepping for appeals, whereas they can sort of do the hand-holding, if you will, in getting the clients the resources that they need. And so we don't have to spend our time during the day reaching out to, food banks or other agencies in the local community.
Now, I know I know you mentioned unemployment, and with unemployment, we have a task force that usually meets once a month between us and other legal services agencies so that we can talk about what issues the offices are seeing, successes that we've had, favorable opinions. Do you think something like that with public benefits would be helpful?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you think that public benefits runs the gamut of Social Security, food stamps, TANF, Medicaid, and you have individuals in our offices statewide that have a lot of experience in those issues. Certainly, if we met once a month on Zoom, it could help the newer attorneys and even some of us discuss different issues that we see, whether it's a systemic problem or one local to our area.
Another area that we have tried to work on our public benefits advocacy is recruiting private attorneys. Mm-hmm. So there are obviously a lot of private attorneys who handle Social Security cases. And so we work hard to recruit them to handle cases that we are not able to take. Is that something that y'all work on in Savannah as well?
Yes, we have a pro bono coordinator in our office who does outreach to the local bar and attorneys at the local bar. And they do come in and take some of those more labor-intensive cases like Social Security, disability, as well as some family cases they take as well if we're unable to.
Nicole, thanks for meeting with me today.